So, how you guys doing today? Good?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
I mean, I'm sure you guys are no fucking strangers to Bristol, I'm sure, like, in general.
Sort of. I mean, yeah, obviously it's a local area to us, but it's never... We've always played to a small handful of crowds, never really to that many people, so this was like a good opportunity to play to more people from Bristol. But yeah, we didn't expect too much, but it's been really good so far, to be honest.
So, I mean, I guess you got the rest of the day off. Like, I mean, you guys finished like a while ago, so I guess have you watched anyone since you finished playing? Or just
I managed to catch a bit of Bosk, which I've never seen them before, and was literally blown away. I thought they were amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking good.
But yeah, I think we're just sort of hanging around,
hanging out. Yeah, I haven't had the chance to see anyone yet. I want to catch like title fight and stuff, but I mean, we really wanted to see but they were sort of colliding at the same time as us. So
yeah, I guess you get that kind of thing though with the. I mean, I guess what like Crashed Out even. I mean, that was in one building and it was still kind of. Yeah. You always feel like you can't run away and stuff, but I guess Bristol's venues they've got a little bit of a gap between them and stuff, and you can't just run off and go and do what you want, can you? In a way, I mean, tomorrow, like in Nottingham, like last year, you guys didn't play last year, did you?
No,
because like Nottingham's venues are like on top of each other. Compared to here, it's like 10-minute walk, and then there it's like 2 minutes, and you're like on every single one's like
around the same area. Whereas this is like you got to walk 15 minutes one way.
So we've been kind of like we'll kind of see what happens. We'll see what we can today, and then tomorrow you can
see
a lot more in a sort of bit of time. But I guess when you got that many venues doing that many bands in one day, you've got to pick your battles, haven't you? Really, but
I mean, at the same time, I mean, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, not just for that, but for the fact that it's actually going to be our first time playing there. We were set to play there on the Ghost Inside tour, and we were really pumped to play it because we hadn't played in Nottingham before. So that's sort of our way of making it up to Nottingham to a degree, and sort of getting it on. Be cool.
I mean, I guess like the first, I mean, I remember chatting to you at like Crashed Out in Lincoln and stuff, and it was like since then it's been, you guys have done fucking loads of shows, like so many different like kind of tours, and kind of done quite a lot, like different size venues and stuff like that. And like, if you found like the last sort of 8 months and stuff like that, as you guys feel like you kind of definitely, I remember then you were kind of going like, it's all coming together, like now we're kind of just at the point where it's all like kind of really like clicking really hard.
I don't know, I think there's always room for improvement in anything really, but you know, now that we've played bigger venues and stuff like that, like we're not really used to playing big venues. It's just one of those weird things that, you know, if you're in a band and you get to play a big venue, it's just one of those things. But yeah, it is coming together, but there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think, like,
I'm a bit of a perfectionist though when it comes to.
You got to be.
I think it's like a really big achievement as to what we've done so far. Like it's since Crashed Out, definitely. Like we've done shitloads in that year, and it's been like really hard going on certain parts of it, and really easy in other areas. And you'd expect it to be easier in the bigger shows, and it turned out to be harder for us. And we got on better when we hit back out into Europe again. Not to say that those shows didn't go well. I mean, we got to play to loads of people that hadn't heard of us before, so that was like a real sort of big thing for us.
It was a weird one really, because it obviously, like, we're on first. The people that did come to actually watch us, they came and, you know, they had a good time, but a lot of the people were there for the other bands, but it was good because they came and like checked us out, and
they made the effort to actually come out early. Like we started like 6, and people would make the effort to actually come out.
Show.
And I guess that's one of the things where you go, like, you remember the faces as well, you know, like the guys who actually are kind of front line, make the effort to kind of come and do it, are the people you recognise
totally
straight away the next kind of time around. And that's, in some ways, that's like almost better than kind of going like, oh, I'm playing on a tour and I've just seen a bunch of people who are waiting for someone else to play, and it's kind of like the front group of people that have just come out to watch,
to see the whole event.
And you go like, that makes you more stoked sometimes than just I mean, I remember that from like, you know, like kind of shows I did from fucking ages ago, when just going like, you would give more of a shit about the reactions from like that one group of people, like that one line of people who are kind of
even if one
waiting.
person's having a good time, you know, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, there was at those shows, it was like we had like there was a guy who came to every single show on the Ghost Inside tour, and it was amazing. Like we ended up like hanging out with like mates at the end of the tour, because it was just, you know. But I spotted him like 2 days in. I was like, I can see a kid that I've seen who was in Scotland and we're in Sheffield now, and it was like, hold on a minute, you know.
See, I never remember having the kind of funds to kind of back that kind of travel. You know, like I'm just like, how did you fucking get from that? And then I guess like 4 or 5 days in, you go, and that person is definitely still
on this tour as much as we are. So, you know, like hotels every night. God knows how he afforded it.
Yeah, he did say like he had hotels every night and he had to get a train every night.
But yeah, fair play to him. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, what would you say, like, kind of, what do you think of like versus, you know, you kind of get like heavy and you get, I don't know, Reading and the camping festivals versus like stuff in the multi-venue kind of thing in a city? Because I guess it's still kind of new-ish to the UK, apart from Slam Dunk's in a uni, so I guess that's a different thing. But
I suppose
just
it's
having
a lot
this
like
kind
South
of
by Southwest in America, like that sort of idea. I'm not really used to it. I don't really understand it as well. I think it's a huge thing in America, but to do it here, I think it's still very new. I mean, one time, like the last time that we played in Bristol, I think, and we were in the Fleece, and it was with like This Is How and Polar Bear Club, and it was from the Fleece to the Exchange, and it was pissing it down with rain, and nobody wanted to travel between the two venues. And so I mean, we're lucky for today with like the good weather, but had it not been for that, maybe people would have just stayed to certain venues and not really wanted to brave it. I
guess that's your kind of big peril in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're doing like, I don't know, like Florida, then you can kind of be a bit more like, oh, it's gonna be fine, it'll be a nice stroll in the sun, and you can like swig a beer on the way. But if it's like pissing down in here, like it's not. You can pick any month of the year and it could probably be raining, really. It could be, like, even in the middle of August, like, the amount of festivals.
Well, like, even now, I'm freezing. So.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, it's just one of those things where you go, like...
Actually. Very cold.
Like, it kind of, as soon as the sun dips in April, you're just kind of, like, fucked.
Yeah,
you're kind of like, oh,
exactly.
Standard. But, I mean, I think it's one of those things where, you know, in my head, it's always like, there are a lot of these venues that put on DIY shows and have those shows all the year round, and it does kind of help get people who maybe wouldn't go to those venues to kind of go, actually that place is really cool. Because you know, I come up here and I go, I've been to the Vet Club before, but they've had like bigger touring bands on and stuff, and like maybe I wouldn't go to the Fleece, maybe I wouldn't go to somewhere else. I mean I grew up near enough to here to come up to shows here, but like other people, maybe they came down for the headliner, but they spent the rest of the day hopping between the venues that do actually.
Well, you wouldn't
have
buy a ticket for this and only come for just a headliner. Like if you're going to buy a ticket to come to this, you
it's just like
your money's worth.
Like main draw, you get your money's worth. You investigate different venues and stuff, and like I think especially at the moment where those kind of the hardworking venues that do kind of go day in day out booking like breaking bands and stuff, and then they lose them to the bigger venues like that kind of do have to sit in that little spot and stuff. Like maybe stuff like this is there, you know, they can actually get involved in, you know, those kind of bigger events and drag the people in who are kind of casual gig goers, and maybe go, well, actually I'll just go to that venue because I liked it at Hit the Deck, or I liked it at one of those other kind of things. And
I know what you mean. Sort of.
That's what I kind of always kind of got from it. It's like actually it opens, you know, it's like one of those things where you go like, well, not everyone's going to buy like vinyl, they'll just not bother. But if you can get them in there for like a record store for a day, then maybe they'll keep going in there, check out new bands and stuff. Yeah, exactly. So one of those things where I go, I mean, some of the venues like, you know, got fucking boat, like he's got his own sales point, the fucking Pet Club. And like the academies have their kind of like big audiences and they can draw the things in, but like half the year round you get like the Fleece and it's kind of like doing the business, but at the same time it needs the kind of new people who've come into the city to kind of go, actually this is a cool venue and
they
stuff.
Really do need that as well. It's kind of, you know, like the first time I ever went to the Fleece, I think it was to see Under Oath and Silver Scene Support, and it was awesome. Like it was one of the best shows I'd ever been to, and ever since then ever since being in the band, I thought it'd be really cool to play there one day. And then the first time we played there and it was empty, and it was like, well, it's not as cool as what I thought it was. But at the same time, you know, it gave me that stigma to want to go there again.
Yeah, you just need that one, you know, like one thing going like, well, I've got a gap between these two bands who maybe have, you know, doing academy, and you go, well, I've got like a couple hours, and then I'll go and check someone new out and check one band out I've kind of heard or something. And it's like, I do think it's going to be the sort of thing where the DIY venues do need to exist, like they really do need to be there, because otherwise it is just going to be
academies, and that's it. Yeah,
and that's it. I mean, and as much as they have their purpose at a certain point, if you don't have the feeder kind of stuff to people to come up through, then who gets to play anywhere? That's the sort of thing. Like if you don't have like pubs and then 200 cap venues and 300 cap venues and then slightly up, like where are the bands?
You can't start off from anywhere. Yeah,
that's kind of my favourite thing about this sort of thing. Yeah, where you kind of go like, let's get all the fucking venues doing it and then just see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good way to do it. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for it by any means. Like, I mean, it's cool. It's
got pros and cons, but it's one of those things.
I only think really more than anything else, it's just weather dependent.
Yeah, I mean, I guess 80,000 people go to Reading and they get rained on every year, and they still go.
They still make the most of it, because you've just paid whatever, how much for a ticket, and you're not going to just go and sit in your tent all day, are you? When you've got all these amazing bands around you playing.
I mean, I guess we're probably one of the nations of people who will just go,
it's only a bit of rain.
Like, yeah, it's only a bit of rain. Yeah. I'm puddling through.
I don't know. I don't. I moan about it.
To be honest, you know, I don't like the rain, but when you're at a festival or something like that, you're going to make the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, 4 beers later, you're not going to give a shit anyway, are you?
Exactly.
That's the big spirit of the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much.